Hey guys, and we are live. This is Gamers Nation 1234, a show where we want all gamers to unite and to enjoy gaming all together. So today's episode is pretty much random topics. Nobody really asked us any questions for today's episode, so we're going to be talking about.
Please.
Ask us questions, people, please. I know that we have one question actually from a person, which I'm going to actually, I can't believe I didn't prepare myself to look this up. So I'm going to look this up. But meanwhile, while I look it up, we're going to talk about a story. I'm gonna mention. So did any of you guys see Guardians of the Galaxy?
No.
No.
Oh God, nobody did. Wow, I'm the only one. I'm surprised because I don't go to the movies often. I saw Guardians of the Galaxy. It was good. If you're a Marvel fan, definitely watch it. I was expecting it to be funnier, but I guess maybe I'm just not a funny person, and therefore it didn't work out for me. So that's just me. I thought it was, but overall it was a great movie. It was full of action and full of everything that you would want in everything. Oh my God!
Will,
What?
not to interrupt you, but you forgot to introduce the guest.
Oh, thank you!
You know,
You didn't say anything.
I am terrible. Thank you for telling me. I am
at
so
this
sorry.
point, they're not guests.
Well,
you're pretty much
you didn't
people.
or
You're pretty
host
much
or anything. You didn't
host. I know I'm terrible. I'm terrible. I'm a terrible person. I am so sorry, guys. I am going to mention you guys now. I am so sorry. The thing is that I lost my train of thought because I'm looking for this comment. So here we go. So with us we have Boss Gamer. Thank you for joining us once again.
Thank you once again for having me, guys.
You're pretty much Gamers Nation family. You're pretty much a host
Yeah.
every episode. So you're here. Same thing with Antoine. With us we have Antoine here. Hey Antoine.
Hey, what's up, Will? What's up, Gamers Nation, YouTube? This is your boy, Dirty.
Dirty.
Dirty. Maybe I should call you Dirty from now on. So
Boss, you didn't do your infamous.
Infamous.
You gotta do your regular intro.
Oh.
Okay, here we go. Boss.
I love it. I love it.
Oh my God.
I love it.
Boss. I just love that.
You got that nice big old baritone voice too. Boss.
Hey,
Boss.
this got me very far.
Sound like he holding a cigar too when he said it.
I know, right? Don't you see him? Don't you see him like with that guy? They're talking about I don't always drink beer or whatever, but when I do, I drink Dos Equis.
Oh wow. Oh, here's some comments. All right, so here's a person that comment.
Okay.
JC
We also
Group.
have Trent. Hi, Trent.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry, Trent.
Hello. And our usual host, Lynn,
Hi, people.
and
I'm
William.
so thirsty.
Everyone
Thank you.
knows William, the guy.
Mr. Gamers Nation himself.
Oh my God, I am so sorry. I am such a terrible person. It's just because I'm looking for these questions and
Okay, now you can
I should have gotten
proceed.
ready.
You can proceed, Will.
All right. First off, I apologize for the unorganization of this episode, but at least we got a few laughs out of it, we can say, right? So excuse my rudeness. We have questions, though, or questions and comments to the last video.
Good.
So here we go. So C Fine Coco, or I'm sorry if I pronounce your name wrong.
Or spell it.
It's CFINECOCO, so I think it's C Fine Coco.
Aw, that's cute.
And so he left us a question, and I guess he wanted to know.
It could be a girl.
Well, no, it's a picture of a guy, and I seen his channel, and he's really cool.
Oh, okay, cool. Sorry.
So he says, will licensed sports games return to the Wii U, like Madden or NBA 2K, etc.? So thanks for the question. Do you guys honestly think that sports games and like any third-party support game will return to the Wii U?
I would hope so. I mean, I'm a big fan of NBA 2K, and I didn't buy 2K. What was it? 2K13 when it launched with the Wii U. because I already had it on the 360. I'm like, I'm not going to rebuy a game that I already have, and if they didn't do nothing special to it, I wasn't. And then when I actually, played it, it was kind of like I won't say half-assed, but the uniforms, the jerseys and stuff didn't flow. It didn't move. It looked like NBA Live. It was just stiff, like with a lot of starch in it. So that was one reason I wasn't going to buy it. But if it would have been a straight port from the PS3 and 360 with nothing missing, and I didn't own it, yeah, I would have brought it. But Madden, don't care too much for Madden. Haven't bought Madden in over since the 360 launched. So I'm over Madden until they fix gameplay.
Oh, okay. Lynn, how do you feel? Do you think Nintendo will ever have sports games like or third-party support added onto their like sports games like EA games and stuff? Do you think that it'll go back to the Wii U?
I hope so. You always have to have variety in any gaming console that exists because otherwise, then what would set you apart from everybody else? I mean, okay, those that have the Wii U, what if they want to play games like that on it? And they're basically missing out. Put it that way, they're missing out on having a more subscriber base, I guess. People buying their product.
There's so
they
much
have to
Mario
entice
Golf.
people. They have to entice people, and they're not doing that really because people want more than just Mario. I'm sorry, but
I know they're doing Mario Golf, Mario Basketball, Mario Bowling, the Wii U titles. So that's gonna be the Nintendo Sport way. Trent, what do you think about third-party support or these sports games? Do you think Wii U will ever get it?
No. And I would hope they would. Like, I agree with you guys. I think that they should have the options for different types of games, like third-party games, sports games, any type of game that the other consoles have. So, yeah, but they're not. I don't think so. They're not going to get third-party support. Unfortunately.
By the way, we missed you, Trent. It's like 5 episodes we haven't seen you because we changed the schedule so much. So I feel like I had to throw that in there. I had to interject that. I am so sorry.
Well, I have an interjection too.
Go ahead.
I just want to say that I thank all of the subscribers and I thank everyone who watches our videos and our podcasts. We are small. We are growing. But I'm so grateful for you guys, and I hope that you watch more. And I hope that you guys that watch and don't subscribe. And here's to bigger and better things.
Bigger and better things. Get the glasses out. Just click. But yes, same goes for me too. Boss, what are your opinion on Nintendo getting sports games?
I mean, it's about time. I mean, Nintendo has been doing very poor when it comes to any third-party support. I don't know if it's the hardware or just the subscription base of gamers that game on that platform. Obviously, it's not as popular as the other two, but I mean, personally, I think that it's about time. I think that's time that they make some dedicated supported games for Nintendo so that they can thrive and prosper. It has a community that's dedicated, so gamers will buy the games if they're there, but if there's no games to play, then obviously the system won't be able to do better.
Exact. I mean, with these sports games, I don't even know, honestly. Oh, Lord. With these sports games, I mean, I don't have problems with sports games, but I believe that every console should have, if there's a third party out there, every console should have it. Unfortunately,
I agree. I totally agree.
But unfortunately, to answer C-Fine Coco's question, I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think it's going to happen. Unfortunately, the reason why I say that this is not going to happen is because unless even if Wii U was to make a massive comeback and sell more than PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, even if that means, oh my God, long shot. The thing is if this were to happen, it still wouldn't be enough to get this because developers still have to go back and work on the last gen type hardware. That's like in between last gen and this gen. It's like right somewhere in the middle.
Well, they haven't proven themselves, in my opinion.
They haven't.
Developers to make them want to.
Yeah.
For them.
But the thing is that developers are wasting money if they do develop for the Wii U because it's not making any money. I mean,
that's what
Mario Kart can only make so much. Mario Kart can only make so much, and Super Smash Bros. Is going to come out. That's going to do another big, massive things. I know I mention it on every podcast, but I have to say it because it's beneficial to this. But I hate to say it, I really want more diversity for the Wii U. I really would like third-party support to go to the Wii U, but unfortunately at this point, Wii U is its own exclusive content. It's a Nintendo console for the Nintendo experience. And there are companies that are making games like, Bayonetta 2, Devil's Third. There's other companies making games for the Wii U, but already Watch Dogs didn't come out for the Wii U. But it came out for the PS3 and the PS4, and now people are waiting.
That is bad.
People are waiting for more information. Hey, they ain't missing out on anything. And then on top of that, it's still bad though. It's still bad. But I'm just saying that there's also other things as well where like Resident Evil remake just got announced. That's not coming to the Wii U either. So, and that was originally a GameCube game when they remade it.
You know what? I think when developers announce games that's coming out and they don't mention the Wii U, I think they do it on purpose.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I really think they do it on purpose because, like Boss said, he was like, with the hardware, I don't think it's the hardware of the Wii U because if you own the original Wii, you could see that it was a bunch of third-party games. I mean, Madden was actually on it. The last Madden game to come out on the Wii U, I think, was Madden 13, if not 14. So you can't tell me EA is just so upset, like, we don't want to do games on this hardware when the original Wii was way weaker than the 360 and PS3, but developers still made games, and actually a lot of them made exclusive good title games for the Wii. So I don't understand why they don't want to make. Well, I do understand why they don't want to make games for the Wii U because Nintendo doesn't put money in developers' pocket like Sony and Microsoft does. You know what I'm saying? When Nintendo started doing that, you'll start seeing, games come out for the Wii U. I mean, more third-party games. You know what I'm saying? Like Grand Theft Auto 5, and we would have had. We wouldn't have to wait on Rayman's Legend or Watch Dogs, anything like that. You know what I'm saying? Because Nintendo was putting money in their pocket and putting money in their pocket for, DLC and all that. So Nintendo is old school, and yeah, Nintendo can be stubborn at times. But for Nintendo to really get third-party support like they used to on their other consoles back in the day, until now, they will have to dig in their pockets and start giving them to developers because that's what Sony and Microsoft does. And we all know that. That's the main reason. It's nothing to do with hardware. You know what I'm saying? It's money. That's what it's got to deal with, money. You're not putting money in our pockets, we're not going to put games on your system. We're going to pick and choose what to put on your system.
Exactly. I feel like Nintendo, like ever since, I feel like Sony did what was right in the gaming community. They at least shifted to the American way and to open up to the American developers. And therefore, even though Sony is still a Japanese company, it's still focusing its attention on what's making the money, and that's the American market and the European market. And Nintendo is still trying to stay true to the Japanese way. And unfortunately, Japanese just isn't in right now, like stylistically. I mean, still to the gamers who grew up with the Japanese way, it's obviously going to still grab us, but unfortunately, I don't know. The thing is that I just don't see third-party support happening on Wii because I bet you a lot of these companies, the reason why they dropped their support for the Wii U was that even though the Wii U sold like a crap ton of consoles, like 100 million, I think, or something like that. It sold like 100-something million consoles. They weren't making money off of third-party support. People were getting the graphically more enhanced versions of these games, like the 360 and stuff. And I feel that since they saw that the Wii U was selling abysmally, and people were confused at the fact that it wasn't just a controller, it was an actual brand new console, which is why people are saying that Wii U needs to be rebranded to something else and things like that. That's what I don't know. That's what I think. But we have another question from Thuggy. We have a question from Thuggy. So Thuggy, hey Thuggy.
Hi, Thuggy.
He said, what is your least favorite game genre and why? So we're gonna start with Boss on this one. If you're available to chat or to talk.
Yes, sir.
Okay. What is your least favorite game genre and why?
Man, least favorite game genre. My least favorite, to be honest, and it might be contrary to the belief because I have a ton of games in this particular genre, but first-person shooters, I would have to say, is my least favorite, even though I do play them. They become my least favorite when I have to play them competitively. I'm not really a big online PvP type of player, so that's when it becomes my least favorite, when I have to play against another player.
Okay. All right, Trent. What is your least favorite genre and why?
It was first-person shooters, but now it's any type of game where you look from like the top, looking down with that camera angle. I can't do it.
Like dungeon crawlers?
Anything like that. Even games that they said that were really good. It's just really hard for me to get into it.
But don't you like Sims? Isn't that what Sims is? Like a.
Yeah, but you can at least change the view. You can change the camera angle.
Okay.
Games where it's stuck in that particular camera angle. Kind of like the Marvel game that you say you didn't like, but it was really good.
Deadly Alliance or whatever
PS2,
it was.
Whatever.
Mm-hmm. Oh my.
Those games. Sorry, what's that game called on the Wii U? It kind of has that view too. It's new. Well, it came out last year.
Animal Crossing? I don't know.
I forgot the name of it.
I don't know. We'll move on.
Okay.
Well, I guess we'll move on. I don't. What, Mario? 3D Mario World? Is that what it was?
No, it's not like Beautiful Joe, but it was similar.
The
guy with
Mario 101. That's what it was.
Yes, no.
Okay.
I do not like that game. I tried it. I gave it a chance, and I turned it right off.
Okay. So you don't like the camera angle. So you don't like those games that it's like what is it, top down? I guess is.
That's my least favorite genre. It was shooters, but that took it.
Okay, all right, Leanne. What genre do you not like in gaming?
Well, I kind of like them all, but I mean, the ones I play the least will probably be sports and strategy.
Mm-hmm. But is there any particular reason why you don't really like them?
'Cause I suck at it.
Oh, okay. That seems like a good enough reason. Antoine, what genre do you not like? What that you hate, that you like the least?
Well, I really don't hate this genre, but I would have to say racing. It's no good racers, out. I do like a good racing game, don't get me wrong, but lately, ain't really been nothing good, you know what I'm saying? I tried Gran Turismo, what's that, 5 on the PS3?
6?
Is it 6?
Yeah,
on
there's
PS2?
6 is the latest one that's out.
No, not the latest one. The one before that, 5.
Oh yeah, 5, and then there was the prologue. Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't get into that. I couldn't get into Ridge Racer. I love Ridge Racer, but I couldn't get in the new one that they had, Unbound or something like that. No. I guess it'd have to be racers. So they put out some good racer games.
Oh, okay. The games that I like the least, genres I don't like sports, strategy, or racing. Mario Kart's the only racer that I play. I did play. There was one game that I liked on a PS2 that was a sports game, and I loved it. It was NBA Street. That was my favorite, and I loved it. And then there was Tony Hawk. I don't know if you count that as a sports game, but so that and Tony Hawk were pretty much my sports games. So I like to play all games. If I had a friend that has Madden, that's the only game they're playing, I'm gonna play, even though that they're gonna score like 50 points ahead of me. But yeah, pretty much I don't play sports because I really feel like it's, well, to me, as I see it, I feel like it's the same thing every time, and they just change the controls a little bit, change the add in the new people that they drafted, or switch the people that were once on this team into that team, and that's like, I feel like that's the only updates that they have, and I feel like it's just there's no motivation for me to play any sports games, and strategies. I don't like strategies because I'm a strategic person, but not in that way. So thank you, Thuggy Plus Plus, for the or thank you, Thuggy Plus, for the question. So I guess if anybody has any other questions, be sure to feel free to ask the questions on the bottom left corner. Click on the questions and answers thing. It takes you to a Google Plus Hangout page, and then you just type a question, submit your question to there. There was other things that people wrote from last week. John Niner 7 writes that his top 5 list, because we were talking about our top 5 games, his games that he was looking forward to was Uncharted 4, being his number 1, Fallout 4, number 2, Arkham Knight is number 3, The Division, number 4, and Bloodborne, number 5. He also makes a comment, I don't get why people like the white console. To me, it looks ugly, and Microsoft should have made a green one.
No.
I mean, Microsoft did make a green one. They did make a green one.
I tried to picture it green, but it just didn't come out right in my image. Maybe because it's kind of big and bulky looking already. So that green, it didn't look right.
I don't know. I feel like if they mix green with some other color, I can see it working, but not like full green. I mean, if you like green as a full, like, the thing is, that's why I say that companies should come up with multiple consoles, like, during the color, and if not, just at least just, usually, the reason why they stick with black is to save colors, because you can put graphic designs on it and things like that, so you can kind of work with it. So, and plus it matches like all the furniture. It's a neutral color for everything. Like all TVs have some sort of black on it, or it's either gray or black. That's always the colors. It's always gray, black, and sometimes in some cases white. But yeah, I feel like the colors should like have like 3 colors of each console when it comes out, and then just do their thing. Does anybody else have anything to say on colors of consoles?
I want to see a red one.
That would be cool.
How about a all transparent console? I think that'd be cool.
Yeah, that would be cool. That way you can see the innards.
I mean, the thing is, there's benefits to that, so you can see the problem without actually having to open your console if there's an issue. But I don't know how I feel about transparent, unless if it like lights up on the inside.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Then I would totally go for it, but not just transparent. I don't know, transparent with like lights in there. Yeah, I could see, but not just regular transparent. We also got a compliment on the channel. JC Grooves, I hope I said that right. Writes, I really enjoy the videos on this channel. It's a shame it doesn't have a lot of views. Thank you, JC Grooves.
You.
Thank you. That means so much. Thumbs up for you. I think I thumbs him up already. If not, I'm going to thumbs him up now. Oh, it didn't register. There we go. I thumbs you up right here live on the video. So I guess we're going to go to the news that I have until questions start popping up. But, so the first story that I have is that this is only in the Europe, unfortunately. It's exclusive to the game store, which is like equivalent to America's GameStop. So for 169 euros, 170 bucks. Well, no, that's not here in America, but it would be like, I don't know how much that is in American money. But you get a Halo Master Chief Collection, the Mjolnir edition. So what comes bundled in this is you get a collector's limited edition steel bookcase, a physical map book featuring all the maps available in the game, DLC Grunt Funeral Digital Skull, and a Master Chief 12-inch Artifacts or Art Effects statue.
Oh wow!
But 170 euros. It says in addition to the stuff included in the 52.99 euro limited edition, basically everything I mentioned. It says it's got two sets of interchangeable. The figure has 2 sets of interchangeable arms that you can pose on the chief with the battle rifle at the ready or over the head of his shoulder with a grenade on the other hand, and there are limited articulation at the neck and waist that you can create your own poses. So it's actually an adjustable figure. So basically, it packages. Plus everything that you get, you also get the Halo 5 Guardians beta, and you get, all the anniversary stuff. So that's some cool stuff, but
you know how much it is in US dollars?
If I knew,
it's about $227.
Hell to the no, not for a figure. But it's only limited to the UK, so it would probably be worth it to sell it again to like a collector who didn't get a chance to get it. So how do you feel about this? How much you said it was $210?
$227.
$227. Okay, would you pay $227
No.
for a Halo Collector's Edition of a bunch of remakes?
No. I'm good with my $60 version, thank you very much.
Antoine, would you pay $227 for a Halo Collector's Edition?
Nah, I wouldn't pay that much for a Halo. Nah. I mean, if it was a real gun coming with it, maybe, but no.
Trent, would you pay 200 and nope. Damn,
No.
he won't even. Damn. Oh my God. Balls.
Hell no, I wouldn't pay any type of money like that for a Halo Collector's Edition. I mean, did you guys recently hear on the news someone actually paid over $1,000 for the Destiny Ghost Edition game? Like, they're selling that on eBay, and people are actually buying it. I guess for the
What? They're selling their pre-orders. Oh my goodness!
People are desperate.
They're selling their pre-orders.
Yeah.
But
$1,000? Jeez.
Yes.
that could buy all 3 next-gen consoles, and you would still have money to buy games.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, like, oh, that sucks. Oh, God. But, if you have the money to buy it, and you missed out on the pre-order, which, they probably sold out, like, a lot, like, really quick, because Destiny's a big game. So as soon as those things announced, people probably went right for them because they knew that it was going to be this big thing. That's kind of why I want a collector's edition of a game, because sometimes if I just keep it and sell it, oh my God, I could make a crap ton money.
Yeah, let's see how much I make off of Saints Row.
No, if you don't open it.
Yeah, you can't open it though. That's the problem. You'll probably get 50 cents for the toy because, once you open a dollar store that thing, it loses its value. So,
buy a copy of the game and then buy the special, or whatever. That's how you have to do it.
Yeah. You have to buy 2 copies of the game. Pay the 100 something for the collector's edition. Sell it for 1,000. You got your game for free and some extra money on the side. So that's cool. That's cool. But there's some collector's editions where like you buy it and hope that it's worth that much money, but then it's not worth anything.
Mm-hmm.
So it has to be like that big game. Like every time, like when Halo 5 comes out, buy the collector's edition. Maybe it'll be worth a lot of money. Maybe it's not because they're gonna probably mass produce it. I don't know. It's so difficult. So difficult. Dougie asked us another question, people. So here we go. He said, "What old game franchise would you like to see come back?" So like either in the form, I guess I don't know if he means in the form of a remake or in a form of like a sequel, like a game that hasn't been seen in a while. So I guess we're gonna start with Trent on this one. Trent, how do you feel? What game do you think? What old series that you played would you like to come back for a sequel?
My favorite PlayStation 1 game, Spyro.
Oh, not
love
Skylanders. Not Skylanders, but an
No.
actual.
Yeah.
No, Spyro, the game that I like grew up with.
Spyro the Dragon.
Ooh, Spyro the Dragon. So okay, so what would you like there to be in the game? Like obviously graphics plays a major thing, but what would you like to see in the game?
Me?
Yeah,
I froze.
you did.
Yeah.
You did freeze.
What would I like to see in Spyro?
What would you like to see in the Spyro game?
Just something exactly like Rapto's Rage, the second one. That is my favorite game. I love that game.
So, would it have to be made by Insomniac in order for you to want to buy it?
Basically, it would have to be exactly like that, but better.
Oh, okay. So,
But remastered graphics, not remastered graphics, like completely redone graphics, like not like they're doing Resident Evil or whatever, all those other games.
Like they build it from the ground up.
Yeah, from the ground up. So it would take a while. Like the Final Fantasy VII that they were teasing all those years ago.
Don't even get me started with that. That tease. But with Spyro, would you just want a remake of Ripto's Rage from the ground up, graphics wise, or would you want a sequel?
No, a remake of the game
So
from the ground
a
up.
remake is what you would want from the ground up. Okay. All right. Lynn, what game franchise would you like to come back? Either in the form of a sequel or in the form of a remake.
Crash Bandicoot.
Oh, Crash Bandicoot.
Definitely.
All right. And would you like? Is there a specific Crash game that you would like to see remade, or do you just want a sequel?
Just a sequel.
Okay, so a sequel. All right. Oh my God. So what would you want the sequel?
Updated graphics.
Updated graphics.
and change Crash's attire. Have him dressed differently.
Oh. But
Yeah.
Part of Crash is his style.
I know, but they could keep his style, but just change it up.
Xbox tried to do that by throwing tattoos on him, and it didn't work.
No, I wouldn't say put tattoos on him. No, not at all.
But what would you like to see in? Would you like them to change any aspects? Would you like it to be like an open world Crash, or would you like it to be exactly the way it was?
Well, the way it was kind of made it what it is. You know.
But would you like to see them do anything different with it?
I don't know how that would be open world. It might work. It might work.
Trent is shaking his head no. Why are you
Why
saying
not?
no to that?
Why not?
Because I would like to see the same exact one. Because, like, when you would go to a level, you would go to, like, 1, 2, 3, at least on Crash Bandicoot War.
Mm-hmm.
You would just go to levels and it'd be like a little spear thing. It's like a different world. So it's kind of open world, but not completely open world. I mean, they're just
I
levels.
guess like they're talking about like a Skyrim version of Crash. I don't think that would work.
No, that wouldn't work.
No, but I guess like opening it up a little bit more, where I guess you can travel to. I don't know, challenges. I don't know what they can do, but I'm just thinking I don't know what they could do. Let's just keep. All right, you know what? Okay, Antoine, what game franchise would you like to see come back in either a form of a remake or a form of a sequel?
I would like to see a remake, or they can make a sequel of Jet Force Gemini on the
Really?
N64.
I haven't
Yeah,
heard that in a while.
yeah, I would love to see that. Today's graphics kind of remind you something like Gears of War with the insects they was fighting, the ants and stuff like that. Just totally, what I'm saying, chaos, gunplay. I think that'll work well
I
on.
think it really would. I think it really would. Oh my God, I could just imagine. So, is there anything that you absolutely need to have? Would you want it in the form of a sequel or just a remake, brand new graphics, like it's the same game, but they built it from the ground up, or would you want a sequel to the game and then never see a remake of the other one?
Man, that's kind of hard because I would like to see it redone because I don't even have the game anymore for my N64. But a sequel would be better. Maybe just give us a backlog. When the game started, of what happened in the 64 version, and then move forward.
Hmm. It's difficult. It's difficult. When it comes to remakes and stuff, and it's hard. Boss.
Yes, sir.
How do you feel? Old game franchise. What would you want it to come? What would you want to come back in form of a sequel to? In a form of a sequel to, or oh God, I'm losing my train of thought. I'm so sorry, people. Would you like a game to come back in the form of a sequel or in the form of a remake? And what would you want to be in that game?
The game that I would like to see made over again as a remake is Streets of Rage. That's a game that stuck with me throughout my childhood. It was a multiplayer side-scroller, beat-em-up type game, and I think that's where a lot of indie games are tending to go when it comes to that particular type of fighting game. That game right there in itself, I mean, you get to play with Axel, Skate, Hager, those type of characters, and they resonated with me. Sure, you do some animations on it and made it look more sophisticated, it would look the part.
Streets of Rage. Oh my God, I didn't even think of that. God, now this is so hard. This is so hard for me to answer this question because there's so many games now that I would really want to be a part of the thing. Oh my God, I can't even begin. Okay. Parappa the Rapper. Hey, what's going on, Games? What happened to Antoine?
He fell out. He'll come back.
All right, I'm gonna send him another invite. Oh my God. Well, I say my game definitely has to be Parappa the Rapper. I don't know why. I would like to see.
Oh yeah. You play him all the time on All Stars, Will. So.
Not really.
It's
we
a
always
shame.
talk about that game.
Okay,
yeah.
I'm done with PlayStation All Stars Battle Royale. Okay.
No, you always talk about Parappa the Rapper.
Yeah.
I know, but the thing is the reason why I like the idea of a Parappa the Rapper game is because I actually found that game fun. It was actually one of my first games that I've ever played on PlayStation, and it was in the form of a demo. And I just found it so cool, and I just feel like it could work. I would be like pumped if they announced the Parappa the Rapper game. But there's other games like Soul Reaver that could come back, and oh my God, I could go on for days with games that can come back. But oh my God, Lamont, since you are here, I'm sorry, Games. I'm sorry, I'm screwing up today. Since you are here, I guess we're gonna have you answer this question. So, what old game franchise would you like to see come back?
Well, I was gonna say Crash Bandicoot, but I see that answer's been taken.
You can still say it.
No, but I really think a game that I feel needs to come back is GoldenEye from the N64.
Do you want it to be like officially remade?
Yeah, I mean, it could be a new game, but I love that game so much. Like that's been like my all-time favorite game on the N64. So even if it was just a remake, I would be happy with that. as long as they keep the same mechanics, they keep everything the same, just with updated graphics, it'll be a fun game. A
Oh,
lot of people get it.
seriously, God, there's so many remakes. There's so many remakes. Like here we are talking about, oh, these are remakes that I'm never gonna buy. And then there's games that like you think about. Like I feel like older games can be remade if it's been like a while, and then they bring it
Kingdom
back.
Hearts, Final Fantasy.
Yes, Kingdom
Well,
Hearts.
they are remaking them, but I
Well,
want
you didn't complain about those, and
I'm not
some other
complaining
people
about
didn't
it.
complain about those.
I'm not complaining.
Those are
And you're not
examples.
complaining. But you're
Yeah.
not
But
complaining about Grand
Kingdom
Theft Auto
Hearts,
5,
Kingdom
though.
Hearts would be awesome.
It would, but they did already. You could literally buy the remake, but they don't have it on PS4, which is what I wanted it for originally. But whatever, Sony, whatever.
You can use PlayStation Now.
Yeah,
Don't
all right.
give me that phone. Give me that phone with the
We about to
PlayStation
get
now.
booted.
No.
No. We won't boot you. We won't go to that. We won't go to that level. Games. This is Trent. This is games.
What's going on, Trent? How you doing?
What's up, James?
Oh, this is so bad. I'm so sorry. I feel like really like out of my element right now. But okay, we got another question. Once again, another question from Thuggy.
Thuggy, own it.
Thuggy's on it. He's making this episode. Thank you, Thuggy. You are making this episode. This episode is yours, man. He says, "What do you think of the old Sonic the Hedgehog games compared to today's Sonic games?" Trent. I know that we had a conversation about this a while ago, so I know that this question is geared towards you because we had conversations that you said that you've seen other, whatever. How do you feel old Sonics compare to today's Sonics games? Oh. Wait a minute. I'm sorry. Wait, before you answer that question, boss, did I ask you the question about the games?
What's that?
I asked you a question about the remakes, right?
Yeah, you did.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'm failing today. I'm hallucinating. I'm sorry.
That's all right.
All right. Trent, what do you think of old Sonics compared to new Sonic games? Damn, he is
I'm
laughing.
done with Sonic.
Go ahead, share your anger. If you have anger, go ahead, do it.
I was such an
Rage,
idiot.
Trent, rage.
I like Mario now. I've changed. I grew up with Sonic because no one in my family had a Nintendo basically. Well, like that I could. Well, I did have someone in my family, but they lived far away, and they were the only ones who had a Nintendo system. So I grew up with Sonic instead of Mario. So I don't like Sonic anymore. The newer Sonic, so yeah. I didn't like the Sonic 4 that they did. That was more supposed to be like a throwback. But no.
Are you getting Sonic Boom for the Wii U?
No.
Oh, it's about time that they actually name a game Sonic Boom. But okay.
Too many glitches, and I won't forgive.
Oh, that's true. Games. How do you feel about old school Sonic compared to new school Sonic?
I kind of like the new school Sonic. I think he's pretty cool. Yeah. I think that what Nintendo tried to do, they trying to make Sonic more like Mario, whereas you're seeing him in 3D worlds and you're seeing him in elements that you wouldn't expect Sonic to be in. Sonic was known for the classic 2D era and just being fast. And when they tried to mix it up and put him in this 3D world, it just didn't feel right. So I think that's the problem with today's Sonic. But I like new Sonic. I like him a lot. I think Sonic Generations was pretty fun. Like I'll still play that game.
Oh, okay. All right. That's cool. Sonic Generations was the last Sonic you played. Boss. Old school Sonic, new school Sonic. Which one?
Well, we got to remember that Sonic was ultimately always Nintendo's Mario killer. It was at a point back in the day where Sonic was more popular than Mario and more edgier. And once they bought it out at that point, they really didn't know what to do with Sonic other than to make these goofy platform games where you just go back to the essence of what made Sonic popular, I think you will continue to have a success in the Sonic genre in that series of game. Personally, I prefer the old school Sonic games. You can actually get them on the PS4 in the no, actually not the PS4, the Sony Marketplace and Microsoft Marketplace for very cheap, maybe for $4.99. You can get the entire old school lineup. But I really think that a new Sonic game went back to the old school gameplay, and they just made the aesthetics a little more cleaner and fresher, and freshened it up. That would breathe new life back into this game.
I have to agree. I have to agree. Lynn, old school Sonic, new school Sonic.
I really don't follow Sonic. I've never really been into Sonic like that. I've never even owned a Genesis.
Oh my
So,
God.
yeah. I was strictly Nintendo back then. Um, so I've never really followed the Sonic franchise. So I don't think I can answer that question.
Okay. But based on looks, I guess on looks, I guess we're gonna change it up. Looks. Do you like the new looking Sonic, or do you like his more classic form?
I haven't even seen the new Sonic.
Really?
No, I have not.
Oh, okay, okay, all right. Antoine, how do you feel about old school Sonic or new school Sonic?
Um, I would probably have to say old school. Kind of what Game said and what Boss also mentioned too is like I don't think they know exactly what they want to take Sonic to in the 3D world because he is a super fast character, so it's hard to get that speed that he does in the 2D side scroll. So I think if they could just I don't know maybe keep him in 2D. Sonic Generations, I thought was good. And the last one before that was probably Colors. Sonic Colors was actually like really, really good. A really good Sonic game. And I think they might have to just keep him in 2D. That 3D is kind of iffy. You know what I'm saying? Especially with the speed that he normally does, that you really can't get out of a 3D world. So. Yeah, I'll have to go with old Sonic. Even though Generations was good, I still have to go with the old Sonic.
How would I me I would have to say new Sonic for his style, old school Sonic for the gameplay. I know that that's a cop out answer, but really Sonic Generations, when I played the demo, it was a defining. I only played the demo. I haven't played the full game, but based on the demo, it seemed like that was an interesting way to put Sonic into this. Unfortunately, I don't think that Sonic, unfortunately, will ever get better than what it is because, unfortunately, Sonic lost his identity when 3D came out. And like they were struggling so hard because you have to make the map so big to match his speed, to make it feel like this is such an open world and that he can run everywhere. But the thing is that there's only so much the console can progress forward. It's like if they created one giant world, like I hate to throw Skyrim in there, but if you had Skyrim, even with Sonic speed, that's too small of a map. You need in order for Sonic to really work, it has to be working with boss battles, that he could run on them and jump on them and do some crazy stuff, but I just don't see 3D Sonic working unless if they're going to start adding new characters and try to make them, since they're not fast, you play with them more than you play with Sonic and only play Sonic on speed. They tried everything and it's not working. So my personal opinion on Sonic is Sonic. I don't know. I don't know what to say about Sonic. I really would like him to come back, but I guess 2D is probably the only way to do it. And even with 2D, I just don't think it would work. I think Sonic is too dated. They need to do something really different with him, like Super Smash Brothers. I'll give you your penny, Lynn. I'll give you your penny later.
Just 2 pennies.
Okay, 2 pennies. 2 pennies. I'll give you 2 pennies. And then so yes.
Is he gonna be in 3D? I just saw the Sonic Boom trailer. It's just
he's in 3D. I think it's in 3D. It's in 3D.
He's coming to TV. It's gonna be like a series.
Sonic is already a series on TV. Honestly, I think like there's like a series with him. And
It
then
got canceled.
Then it got canceled. Yeah.
They're making this a series in the game.
Oh, okay. Well, I like him. I like him 3D. He looks nice 3D.
That's the newer controversial style too.
Well, he looks fine. He looks good 3D.
They don't like the scar.
Knuckles.
Knuckles looks ridiculous.
What do you mean they don't like the scar?
Well, people don't like the new design. They changed. I think it's Knuckles that they have a problem with. It's because Knuckles was like the same size as Sonic, except he had like red like hipster hair.
Yeah.
And then so now it's like they changed him to he's like super muscular and they like stretched him out. You know, like if he was like clay and they just stretched him out like.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Next question is actually from Games. Here. He left a question. So I guess we're gonna answer your question. So you said, I guess I'll let you ask the question since it's your question.
Well, the question was basically, how do you guys feel about Evolve now being delayed? And was it even on your list to purchase this year?
Sometimes delays can be good because that means they're polishing the game. They're making it better. It's good that it's coming out early next year because that's giving us something to look forward to because all the other good games are coming out this year. So that's something, you know, to look forward to early next year. What, February, wasn't it?
February.
Yeah, so, I mean, why not? You know? I mean, that just gives us more time to play these other games like Destiny, Fantasy Life, and
Penny.
and you know, and Smash Brothers, and you know, games like that. So that's giving us more time to play those other games before we have something new to look forward to in early next year. So I think it's good.
Okay, all right. And Trent, so what do you feel about Evolve's delay? Was that even on your radar?
It was on and off my radar, so I'm a little sad. That's one less game this year, and you keep saying there's so many games, but I mean, at least there are still a lot of shooters coming out, so I guess it's not as bad as I'm making it seem to be.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same type of genre. I was just gonna say because it's a different type of genre coming out for the this holiday. That's just one less game, and I know a lot of us, I like Miss K, were complaining there's not enough games, or at least AAA games, like with the indies. Mm-hmm. So that was a AAA title, and it's gone. I mean, it's sad. And then Batman was gone.
Far Cry. Batman destroyed you.
Yeah, I know. So Far Cry, gone.
It's an Ubisoft game. It's not getting delayed.
I'm gonna get it anyway. So
it's not getting delayed. Boss. How did you feel about Evolve's delay, and was it even on your radar?
Well, you know, Evolve was on my radar. We also got to look at what Evolve was. It is an exclusive multiplayer online game, which so far what we know didn't feature a single-player campaign. You could kind of compare it to Titanfall. But to be quite honest, it's a good thing that they actually delayed this game due to the fact that you have a ton of games coming out this fall in holiday season. At least 3 shooters that I can name off the top. Destiny, you have Call of Duty. You know, you got so many different other shooters. You got Grand Theft Auto. You know what I mean? You got so many different games to compete with a short, small window. I think that they really needed to build their community. Just like Titanfall had to build their community to actually start to see the success in the game. So I really think that Evolve, even though it promises a lot, I think that the wait will be beneficial for the players in the company that's making it.
Mm-hmm. Antoine? How do you feel about the delay of Evolve, and was that even on your radar?
It was kind of on my radar. It was a nice, demo that they showed at E3. But for them delaying it, I think it's a good thing. I mean, it get them a chance to actually, polish the game and stuff like that. So, I mean, that's pretty good. Plus, like everyone said, we got tons of games that's coming out, towards the end of the year. So having that game pushed back, until the beginning of next year is better. So yeah, that's good that they actually, want to take more time to, do whatever they need to do with the game instead of just rushing it out and just throwing patches at us every time we turn the damn game on.
Games. It's your question. So how do you feel? How do you feel about the delay of Evolve?
I have kind of mixed feelings about it, to be honest with you. I think it's a good thing, of course. I mean, who wants to sit there, open the game, put the game in, and then have like 5 different patches before we even start the game? I don't think nobody would want that. But at the same time, I feel like it was they kind of made this announcement too close to the actual release. I mean, if you knew your game wasn't up to par, if you knew you had things to work on, why would you have a October release date when you knew that the game wasn't ready? So to me, it's kind of like, well, what is the real reason here? Like, you're saying this, we're going to polish the game, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. But what was the real reason? Because I don't think that's the whole story.
Mm-hmm.
These developers, they don't give us the whole story anyway. They just say, oh, we're just making some tweaks or we're doing this. But I think that the reason why they delayed it isn't the reason that they're putting out there. So I have mixed feelings about it.
Can I also add something on top of that?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
From what I've seen so far, this gaming generation, meaning since these new consoles come out, we have had a ton of games delayed. And as gamers, we got to remember that ultimately, if we don't appreciate how a company is basically making these games and then delaying them, but not only are they taking our pre-ordered money and then delaying them at the same time, we got to vote with our wallet at the end of the day. We can be upset on the two, but if we're not voting with our wallet, like, hey, look, man, I'll only pre-order this game if it's a month out and it's about to come out in a month. But if you pre-order 3, 4, 5 months in advance, then you're kind of opening yourself up to the possibility of having a product that you paid for being delayed. So, that's what we really got to watch out for as consumers, and especially as gamers, because they'll take your pre-ordered money and you won't see the benefit or see the product 6 to 8 months down the line. So we got to be aware of that.
Mm-hmm. Evolve wasn't even on my radar, to be honest. I mean, I saw like very little of like the E3 trailer, and I wasn't even sure really what it was. I just heard that it was something that you play, that one person plays as the monster, and like 4 people try to kill the monster, and something like that. And it sounds like it's a cool idea, and I thought it was a PC Xbox exclusive. I didn't think it was coming out on a PS4, at least not that I know of. So I was like completely confused with Evolve. I signed up for the beta and hoped that I was getting into it, but I didn't even know when it was coming out. So it being delayed, normally the thing is that it's another reason for proof of why these consoles should have been delayed another year. But that is just my thing. That's just my thought. Because look at all the updates that we gotten so far. Look at all this stuff. And I feel like, we bought into this really quick. A lot of companies, if they were trying to rush these games, and they were forcing it to rush. And they said, "Oh, we're not going to have this done. We need another 5 months. We need another 6 months, another year." And like Boss said, when we pre-order these games in advance, normally if a company does that to me, where they delay a game for like another 5 months, and I had it on pre-order because I was expecting it to come out in October or something like that. That pre-order is gone. I go and I put my money somewhere else because I'm like, Because the thing is that pre-ordering. I like the benefit that I like about pre-ordering is that it doesn't feel like I'm paying too much at one time. I could pay like $20 here, $10 here, kind of like a layaway thing, and then when the game finally comes out, I just go in and pick it up that day that it comes out. But for Evolve, it really wasn't in my radar. I mean, now that I started this channel back up and stuff, and now that I actually have people that I'm talking to and people who have all the consoles and stuff that I could play with, you know, I kind of want it because it is a multiplayer game. So yeah, so I don't know. I delays are good, delays are bad. I just wish that, because like if they just delayed the consoles like to March of this year, we would have had so many games to play. But oh well. We have another question. Oh wow, so this episode is turning out to be a question episode from people. So Thuggy again sends us another question. He says, "What do you guys think? What do you think developers can do to make any upcoming shooters different?" Okay. So I think I'm gonna ask Antoine this question first. What do you think developers can do to make upcoming shooters different?
What can they do to make them different, man? Like,
That's a tough question.
Yeah, I mean, it's exactly what it is. It's a shooter. The only thing they can make different is maybe depending on where you're at. If you're on planet Earth, you're on Mars, Venus. The year. I mean, you know, going back to the 1800s. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of hard. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just what it is. It's a shooter. Like, what can you actually do different from a shooter? Maybe they can kind of go how I forgot the name of the game company that made making Devil's Third. That guy, that Japanese guy.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, but I don't remember the name.
You can kind of see where he actually got first-person shooter, then you can jump out of first-person shooter to third-person to slasher, you know, like Ninja Gaiden. So I guess you can kind of go that way. That's the only way I can see, since he actually, you know...
Is there just any way that you can make it different, though? Like, completely different. Like, something that has never been done before, because that's been done before. That you can think of.
Offhand, no, it's nothing I can really think of what they can actually do different, but a different place or a different time period.
Oh, okay. All right, so a different place, different time period, or switch from first to third person. Okay. Boss, I know that you don't like shooters, so this question is probably a great question for you to answer, because what would you like to see different in shooters? What would a shooter have to do to be different?
Well, these are just my personal opinions on what they can do to improve the shooter genre in the gaming industry. For one, I would like less PvP and more PvE. I want a more challenging CPU, computer to play against. These are next-gen titles, so now they should make the competition much better than what they were on the last-gen consoles. But not only that, I would like to kill the emphasis on war. You know, every shooter, you don't have to go to war. Why can't it be a survivalistic shooter like a Far Cry? You know, I really enjoy those type of games. But if you really, really want to change things, the story at the end of the day have to be captivating. If you really want to bring a new element to these shooters, it can't just be, well, that's the enemy and shoot him. It has to be more captivating and compelling and makes you want to engage and want to care about the players that you're playing with. So ultimately, I would say the story, and I would like to see better AI competition.
Okay, all right. Love that answer. Trent, what since you're now recently into the shooters, what can there be different to change the genre of the shooter?
I know, and we talked about it before. that's co-op online. Like, you know how you play Call of Duty? Why can't you just play, like, you have a campaign, you have a guy talking at you and yelling at you. Why can't your friend be that character in the story with co-op online? Why can't they do that? Why can't you just play with your friends online or even uh, at home on the screen, like split screen? There needs to be more co-op in the first-person shooter game, local or online.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's what I would like to see them do different because I don't see a lot of that, especially like the Call of Duty.
That's
That's like the biggest one. But yeah,
mhm. Lynn, what can they do to make the shooters different?
I haven't had much experience in shooters. Um, Even though I like shooters, I'm trying to get better at shooters, so I haven't had a lot of experience. So I can't really answer that like fully.
Mm. All right. Is there anything in particular that you would want? Like, I know that you play Call of Duty, every now and again. Is there anything that you wish you can do in Call of Duty that they just don't do?
Mm,
Even if it's a simple mechanic, just something simple.
I can't think right now.
Okay. Games. How do you feel about shooters? What needs to change to make shooters feel different?
Well, I personally feel like these developers should go ask Bungie, like, how did you make your game so different, and then apply that to their games going forward? Because I think even though Destiny isn't is basically new. I think that is a breath of fresh air in the shooter genre, and I think that it's going to open up the door for more developers to be like, this was a great game. How can we make our next shooter like that, but even better? So for me, I think what needs to change is just the overall layout of a shooter. For the most part, in the shooter, you have what corridor shooters where you just get one corridor, kill a bunch of enemies, move to the next corridor, shoot a bunch of enemies, and then on the multiplayer is just six people online doing different modes. I think what needs to be done, if it's possible, I don't think it's possible right now, but to have instead of having that war feeling where it's just you and a bunch of computer people like AI stuff, have that be you and your friends, and just go on an all-out war. Have like a big battlefield with just like as many players as you could think of, and just battle it out. I think that would be fun and interesting.
Okay. All right. See, my opinion on if the shooter should feel like different. I feel like developers I feel like the focus is too much on first person shooters. They've done plenty of different first person shooters. Fallout, for example, was different. Borderlands was different. Titanfall had the parkour elements to it. BioShock had the plasmids in it. Prey had the bow and arrows and other stuff. There was shooters is so Evolve has the 4-player co-op. Halo had the co-op. Destiny has the RPG MMO aspect to it. So I believe that first-person shooters are changing, upcoming and changing, and are throwing their own little flair to it. But like with GoldenEye, I guess what made GoldenEye so special as a first-person shooter was it was the first time you could reload the gun, and it was just at its time, it just felt new and it felt different. And even though that it was such a big step up from Doom and Quake, that it was just it was something different. So and then there was also Portal. That was not really considered a shooter, but it was a first person perspective where you have a weapon and stuff. So first person, honestly, it is being done to death, in my opinion. And they need to stop. They need to focus on they need to do other things too. But what can they, like, for upcoming games, like for futuristic games? What can they do? Like with Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, they're just changing the story. If they can change the story of a video game character, whatever. Oh God, what am I talking about? I'm so sorry. I guess I must be tired today. Oh, what was the question? Okay, what they can make different is that I guess. Honestly, I can't see. I can't even think of what can be different. They've done everything. They've done the first-person Metroid. They've done everything that I can think of. Nope. There's nothing I can do about the shooter. There's nothing I can say about the shooter. They've done everything that I can think of for shooters. I'm really trying to think here. Nope. I got nothing. Maybe I'll have it for next episode, but I don't think I got it today. Alright, so we have one last question here today, which is Thuggy Plus. Again, thank you, Thuggy, for making this your episode. We are glad to answer these questions. If you could work on a video game, like being the voice of a character, what game would it be? I'm assuming that it could be on existing games. So if you could go back and be like a voice of a character, who would you want to be and why? So we're going to start this one with Lynn.
Oh, gosh, why?
Okay, fine. I'll change it to somebody. Antoine.
Like, who would I like to do voice?
Who would you voice? What character would you like to be the voice of, or feels like you can fit the character of it? And what game?
Shit.
That's different.
Yeah, exactly.
I could think of two, but I don't know. Maybe like Kratos. I think I can mess around, dibble dabble with Kratos.
Can you do your best Kratos impression?
I ain't gonna try now. You put me on the spot, so I ain't gonna be able to do it. But
I'm sorry. It's okay. It's like Zeus.
Yeah, maybe Kratos. I mean, I just like Kratos. Just his demeanor. You know what I'm saying, in the games. You know, it's just a hack and slash. Just ripping people open. You know what I'm saying. Sometimes I get in that mood. I wish I could rip somebody open, but yeah, I can see. I can go with Kratos. I think I could probably do a Kratos. You know what I'm saying? But I can't do it on the spot.
Okay. All right. Well, one day, you hopefully we have the courage to actually hear Antoine's version of Kratos. Games. What character would you be the voice actor of on what game? What game and what voice actor?
If I had to choose, I would say Handsome Jack from Borderlands 2.
Interesting. Okay. Can you do your best impersonation?
Nah, not right now. But yeah, I like the Borderlands series because it's a lot of humor in the game. It's a lot of comedy. So I feel like even if I'm not Handsome Jack, I would just love to be a character, a voice actor in Borderlands because it's so over the top that your imagination just go wild.
Oh my God! I could totally see it. I can totally see it. Now, Lynn.
I have no idea. I'm just totally off today.
But the thing is that also, I mean,
Can't think straight.
you could do a male voice and just make that a female person. Like literally, there are females that do male voices all the time. Naruto, for example.
Timmy Turner, very odd.
Timmy Turner.
Oh yeah.
Pretty much everybody in the Rugrats. So literally,
You could be a kid.
it's possible. You could be a kid or something. I don't know.
I have no idea.
Wow.
I have no idea.
I could see if I could picture you as who could I picture you as in the video game?
But you can't go by my actual personality, though.
I'm not going by your actual personality. I'm just going by a voice of what I think you could do. I don't know because I haven't really seen you like in an animated state yet. Like you are animated and you get excited, but I don't see you be like, you know. So I don't see you going like into
So what,
that,
am I a Pokemon or something?
Guys, that's what it is. A Pokemon, perfect.
Oh,
You
wow.
can be like,
So I can make sounds all day.
you can be like, la 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 la. I don't know.
So Pikachu's a male, right? And the voice actress.
Well, the voice actress is a girl. Yeah,
Yeah.
but Pikachu is
Oh.
the main Pikachu of the show is a male Pikachu. Pika Pika. Look at that.
Japanese chick.
Trent, you are the voice actor of our group.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
yeah.
So,
horrible.
I already know. I already know.
Who is the gaming character that you would love to be the voice actor for?
I can answer that.
Of course, you can answer it, but
Must
I
be
want
the-
him to answer it.
It must be the Joker or someone from Kingdom Hearts or Final Fantasy. I would love to do all those things, like all my favorite games.
But okay, but if you could name just one game
One.
and one character, I know it's so limiting, but well, no. Let's just do a game series, and you can do multiple voices. So I guess for you, since you are the voice actor, we're gonna open that door up a little bit. I could see you doing Kingdom Hearts, like.
Yeah, I'm going back and forth with Kingdom Hearts and Final Fantasy. Since they're in the same thing, anything Kingdom Hearts, Final Fantasy.
Okay, so Kingdom Hearts, Final Fantasy. What character?
I'll probably just do all the characters. Have a one-man show.
At least
Yeah,
do the
I don't
Final
know.
Fantasy side of the characters. I would say leave the Disney to the Disney, unless if you do a really good Goofy impersonation. And since we're on voice actors, do your Joker impersonation for the channel again.
I love
You can
it.
watch video number Joker mod and hear the awful trash. I think I've done something to my voice.
I like to laugh. I like to
Yeah,
laugh.
he's like, I am the Joker.
See, that's better than me.
No, it's not better than you.
I want to know boss.
Huh?
Boss.
Oh, okay, boss. I could hear you do so many voices. It's not even funny.
Oh God,
But
yeah.
what character would like to play in a game?
Well, I'm a big fan of the RoboCop game that came out years ago. So I would like to, play the voice actor of RoboCop.
Ooh, can you do an impersonation?
Sure.
Okay, go ahead.
Dead or alive, you coming with me?
I can totally see it.
Baritone voice. You can do so
It's
many
like you can
things.
do anything. You could even do Darth Vader if you wanted to.
Oh my God, that would be awesome.
Oh, I could just picture you just being like this. You could even do Kratos. I could totally just see you being so many voices,
Yeah.
just being angry and pissed and wanting to kill somebody. Like that type of
Yeah,
voice.
because he'll have that rumble in his voice. That's
Oh, yeah.
You guys are all gonna
I
die.
also do a pretty good Russian impersonation as well.
Really? Go ahead. Can you share that with us?
Sure. I'm from Russia. You wanna go back to Russia on me? I fight for the country. I'm a communist. You know what I mean? I'm Russian. You will drink big vodka. Big vodka straight up to the discovery,
You drink the vodka. Oh wait, that's wrong. That's like my Italian accent. You drink the vodka.
I hope you don't offend anyone.
Oh my God.
I
Well,
hope
pretty
some
cool.
people aren't offended.
I don't think people are gonna be.
Yeah, but you know how some people are.
I
on YouTube.
know how
Yeah.
some people are on YouTube, but I don't think we're at that level of popularity where like a majority of
Yeah.
people that are gonna get offended are watching us yet. So.
Well, we're
but-
not doing this to offend anybody.
Yeah, I know.
No,
That's why
we're
I'm trying to
not.
put it out there now.
Yeah, we
I know we're not trying to offend. We're not trying to offend. We love you.
we love you.
Because some people may be offended. Even like the British accent that I try to do, some people are like, oh, that's shit, that's awful. You sound nothing like a British person. And some
I
people
know,
say
I
it's
know.
good. You do. You sound actually, just,
Well,
you know.
probably to an American you sound British, and probably to a
Yeah.
British person you
Yeah.
sound offensive. So So, What, God, what would I do? What would I do? What would I do? Who would I do? I don't, God, I had this whole entire time to think about it, and I'm not thinking about it. Uh, there's so many games I could do. I would love to be Nathan Drake, honestly, but I don't have that charisma, so I don't think I can be Nathan Drake. So maybe Joel from Last of Us.
Let's hear it. Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
No, I can't. You're standing on some mighty thin ice here.
Yeah.
It is over, Tess.
Talking about.
You know, things like that. I don't know. I'm trying my best. That's my best impersonation. I don't know. Like, it is over, Tess. I don't know. Those are like some things that I remember and stuff like that. He says, "Hey, but, see, I can't do the southern accent. The little Texas twang that he has, I can't do it." So.
Howdy, y'all.
Oh God, no, that's offensive.
I'm not being offensive.
She would only be offending me, I guess, and the other people from Texas.
Hello, I am from the South too, so it's not
You're
like.
not from Texas.
No, I'm not from.
There's a difference in southern accent. You're not from Texas.
Sandy off of SpongeBob gives Texas a bad name. No,
She probably does. She's like, you can't say nothing bad about Texas. Sorry. See, I say that this is like my best voice impression of SpongeBob. I can do the laugh of SpongeBob, and I think I can do Patrick pretty well. But I'll do my SpongeBob laugh. I think I've done it before in the episode, but
yeah.
just in case if nobody heard it and this is the first time you're seeing it, here it is.
Wow.
That's that. And then
Crazy.
my Patrick would be there's a story called The Ugly Barnacle.
Dang.
Who was so ugly, everyone died. The end.
Wow.
You know, that's the best I can do. That's
Wow.
You got that Patrick.
Like Patrick, people say I got down. Sometimes, some lines I could say that I could do Patrick pretty well, and then there's sometimes where I'm just like, no, that's a complete miss. That's a complete miss. Well, there's some last things that I want to mention because I feel like they're important to mention in the episode. So we're done with the questions for now, but I want to mention a few things that are coming out because there's a limited time. So the first thing I want to mention is to all the Pokemon fans out there who have Pokemon X and Y, the PokemonCenter.com just opened. So they're doing this whole entire thing where they're advertising the Pokeball pattern, Vivillon, only for North America. So it's a free Pokemon that you can get, and it's a Pokeball pattern. The link will definitely be below. The instructions are you just go to your mystery gift before you go into your file transfer. You select gift, pick it via internet. It's going to tell you to pick the Pokeball pattern Vivillon. Speak to the Vivillon girl at any Pokemon Center, and you will get a Pokeball Special Edition, the best looking one in my opinion, the Vivillon wing pattern. To anybody who don't know what I'm talking about, there's a link so you can see what I'm talking about if you don't know what Pokemon I'm speaking of. And the last thing that I want to talk about is on the 27th of this month, Mario Kart 8 is getting an update as well as free DLC. So, basically, here is what's going to be the update. So the update starts on August 27th. On all regions, at least in North America and Japan. But okay, well, anyways, here is what the key details of the update are. Drivers will now have the option to display the course map on the TV screen during races. The order of the menu after each race will be changed to next race followed by watch highlight reel. Because remember, if you play Mario Kart 8 right now, view highlight reel is first, which if you accidentally hit A, it's going to show you the replay. Well, they're flipping that with next race. So next race will be the first thing that you see, and then view highlight reel will be in the second. Next one. The game will remember the most recent kart options that were selected, even if the Wii U system was powered down.
God.
That is a big one. I am so excited. I don't have to keep switching to my freaking character, the wheels, and the. It's so annoying. Next one. Users will be able to change options of other players' Mario Kart TV downloaded highlight reels, such as changing the focus to different characters or actions. This one I'm not really sure of, but okay. A score screen will be added so that players can see how many coins they've collected, the win and loss records of their online battles, and their frequently used characters. This one I'm not happy about because I like not knowing how many times I've lost. I like not knowing. So, improve the stability to the online connection to enhance user experience during online battles. What? During online battles? I was hoping that they would change the online battles, but whatever. And the DLC comes with Mercedes-Benz.
Yay!
So you get the Mercedes-Benz car, but you get 3 carts for free.
Awesome.
And they're all different. They're all different. So you get a legendary, it's called W25 Silver Arrow, the legendary Formula Racing car. The next car is the 300 SL Roadster, the Dream Sports car. Mm-hmm. And then the other one is the compact SUV of the Mercedes.
They did not put a compact SUV.
They did put a compact in Mario Kart.
That is going to be so funny.
It is funny. It's hysterical. It is funny.
I can't wait.
I'm not. August 27th is when it comes out. So that's exciting.
That's cool.
And I guess, Dougie had a question. Oh, Miss K had a question too.
Miss
oh my God.
K,
oh my God, now we're getting questions. I guess we'll answer the questions real quick. Have you ever had a broken controller from raging? Is what Dougie said. So I guess this is just an easy yes or no question. So,
nope.
Nope. Okay. Trent.
No.
Games?
I have a couple, yeah.
Whoa! What games caused the rage?
Call of Duty. Actually, when I was into Call of Duty heavily.
Them little kids. Them little kids.
It was a nightmare. I don't know how many controllers I broke during that time, but yeah, I have a few.
Antoine.
No.
No?
No.
Boss, we seem to have lost Boss.
I thought you would have said yes, Will.
I know, right?
Actually, wait, I didn't answer my question.
Hunting.
Okay, first off, you would think, because I am a rage gamer, before I used to throw my controllers. I've thrown my controllers at Devil May Cry 2 on the hardest difficulty. I've thrown my controllers. I've thrown my controllers a few times, but surprisingly, they never broke. There was one time where my PlayStation 2 controller broke, and it broke open, but I closed it, and it was working fine. Like, no, I'm like, I got an extremely lucky
yes and no.
Well, I threw controllers from raging, but I've never broken them.
Well, it wasn't completely broke.
It wasn't completely broke. Like, it functioned, so I don't count that as broken. And like a button wasn't working, or L1, or a button fell off, and I couldn't put it on, then it didn't work. So Boss isn't here. I would really have loved to have heard this answer.
Yeah.
This one. Next one. Miss K left us a question. Our Miss K. She says, well, since we were getting remakes and rehashes in 2014 and maybe beyond, laugh out loud, laugh out loud. How do you guys feel about us getting Little Big Planet karting 2? Really, Miss K?
Is that the second? I'm confused.
The second
I am too.
Well, because she said something about rehashes and stuff, but I guess she's talking about Little Big Planet. Wait, does she mean Little Big Planet karting 2, like as in also, or Little Big Planet karting? I guess we'll answer both. No. We'll make
How?
it. I don't know. We're okay. All right, we're gonna start this.
All right, Ms. K, clarify.
All right, you gotta paraphrase. Do you want like Little Big Planet karting, like the first one, and they remake it for PS4, or Little Big Planet like karting and they make a sequel?
Because they could make a sequel, but I don't think it was that popular for a sequel.
They could. It's gonna take a while because of the lag. But
Yeah, I know.
So we may not get this right. But let's just say, okay, would you guys even want a Little Big Planet karting 2?
I didn't play much of the first one. Seriously. I mean, I've got it on the Vita.
Little Big Planet never came out for the Vita. Well, karting, the kart racer.
Yeah.
That wasn't on. That was Mod Nation Racer.
Oh yeah, that was Mod Nation Racer.
Yeah. Wasn't Little Big Planet karting.
No, Little Big Planet karting's on PS3.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still didn't play it much.
Oh, really? She said the second installment.
She meant the second installment. So she meant getting the second installment. So I guess we're answering the right question. Trent, would you like a second Little Big Planet karting?
Yeah.
Really?
I didn't like the game that much compared to Mario Kart and the Sonic All-Stars Transform or whatever that game is called. But yeah, I still don't mind playing a little karting game.
Okay, all right. And games, how do you feel about Little Big Planet karting?
I think they should just leave Little Big Planet as it is and don't go that whole karting route.
Oh, okay.
I didn't like the game. I prefer a Mod Nation Racers too, to be honest with you.
Antoine, Little Big Planet karting too?
You know what? I never played the first one. Yeah, so don't have too much experience with Sackboy.
In my opinion on this, if anything, Little Big Planet karting shouldn't be its own installment. It should just be something that's built into Little Big Planet 3. You know, if you want to make a kart racer, you know, like that would be cool. Like you can make your own kart racer, make your own levels, but it's built into Little Big Planet 3. So if you want to play a racer, you can. If you want to play the platforming, you can. If you want to play like Angry Birds version of Little Big Planet, you can. But honestly, no, I do not want a Little Big Planet 2 or a remake or anything. That game needs to die because that game was not only ridiculously hard, it was stupid mechanically. In my opinion, this is just my opinion. Look, I love Little Big Planet as a series. I just don't like the kart racer version. That's it. I guess that's it for today's episode. I am so sorry. It felt like I was like having a massive ADD attack right now because I'm just like all over the place. I was reading and I forgot to introduce everybody. I'm just rude, a hot mess today. I'm so sorry, people. I hope you guys still enjoyed yourselves. I hope you guys had fun and laughed at least a little bit. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys for joining the show like always. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye. All right. We missed you, boss.